like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw on second down. Bryant. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. That result, really no surprise. It's what we're becoming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Jackson. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Buddy up. Mike 55. Mike 55. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check the backer. Check the backer. Hey, check Mike. Katie Weber. Watch 55. Here we go. Here we go. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now they try the right side here. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out. 3 down. Out. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 31.
Here's Grant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bryant. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Mike 7. Let's get the ball. Mike 7. Hey, let's get this.
Throwing again. Bryant. He's going to sling this deep. And got his man. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back to throw. Bryant. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Mike 7. I got you.
Looking to throw. Bryant. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 13. Check 13. Check. One twist.
This is Grant, and an alley to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Corey Grant, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right?
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll give it here to his running back. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They will run with Grant. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Bryant. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Check, check. Lucky.
Now they try the right side here. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
For the field goal, a 25-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That one good for 33 and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Raiders' 42-yard line.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 36. He's coming. We got double up. Deuce.
To throw on second down, Bryant. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd down, Bryant. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Watch the shift.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Run the mic. Watch one. I'm here all day.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? Go to base. Hey, Danny, zoom.
On second and 11 now. Jackson, deep ball into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? They go all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 6-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw on third down, Bryant. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. With it is Brown. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquise Goodwin with a lucky number touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let him know. Mike 7, go. Anyway, Taylor's the run. You got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right
off play action. Bryant. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Bryant. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying.
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Safe. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
On first down, Grant. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They go back to Grant, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
In your face.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bryant. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Mike 7. Mike 7. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They're going to try and throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Check out.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Mike 7. Watch this. Mike 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bryant. And his pass incomplete.
Bryant's pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bryant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Mike 7. Ready? Mike 7.
They'll try and throw for it here. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bryant. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
This quarterback now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Slam, slam, slam. Wheel. 3, 1, 3. Check 50.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Bryant, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. Bryant. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Bryant. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eddie Goldman and the Raider D, they get the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lob it for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Go. Motion backfield, motion backfield. Let it go.
Back to throw. Bryant. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one. Back to the 29.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready? Right. Watch it, 5. You go night-night. Don't go night-night.
Now they try the right side here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a handoff working right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Don't be scared of it.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Still fighting for more. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. New England on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike 7. Mike 7. Oh, you got deep? Mike 7.
Now.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Patriot first down.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Hey, Echo.
7's and Mike.
Hey.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Lee Griffin.
Back to throw. Herbert. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Out.
Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Check. General West.
check out route.
Look. Squeeze.
Creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 4. Shift. Alert flare.
Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
7's and Mike. Mike 7. 3 buzz.
Look at me. Zipper. Yep.
Mike 7. Here it comes.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Grant, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On third down, Herbert. He'll find Metcalf. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Mike, 55, right there.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now McManus for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw on second down. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Herbert. From left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This quarterback now, a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10.
Go! Smoke!
Mike 50. Yeah. You don't want
that.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put the